Good morning, day 39. It's about 8 o'clock. I didn't get started as early as I wanted. I'll have to keep working on that. It was a cold night. My mattress, my air pad, has been deflating lately overnight, which made me cold because my butt was on the ground and uncomfortable. So that's been happening for the last couple of days. I'm not sure if it's because of the blowing it up with warm air and then getting cold, or whether I have a couple of small leaks. Not sure. But in any case, I find myself already overdressed. In the sun, it's actually warm already at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is not great. Back when I was in Ridgecrest, they said today was going to be in the low 90s, and it was yesterday was going to be in the 80s. So overall, even though it's not exactly at this location, temp's supposed to go up today and then slowly recede over the next couple of days. So yeah, that could make for some hot hiking here today. I'll deal with it, and then it'll get cool. Talk to you soon. Well, it didn't take long at all before I had to stop and take my wind jacket off and my thermal layer. In the sun, it's quite hot already. It's not long past 8. Two other notables during the night at 3 a.m. Like a herd of animals come running by. I presume deer. That's the only herd that I would think would be out here. And then within 30 seconds, I heard what sure sounded like mountain lion roars. And so I stayed tight in the tent. I didn't want to stick my head out and look. I put the light on. I was hoping they'd just leave me alone. The other thing is, as I've mentioned, there's very little water out here. And when I went off trail, probably a mile and a half down this horrible dirt road to get water, I got a couple of liters. I should have come out with 4. I came out with 3 to the tent site, and I've had to conserve ever since. I'm thirsty now, but I still have like a liter and a quarter or something. But the next water source, which is just a cache, it's not natural, is like 7.5 miles out. So as much as I'd love to guzzle a liter, I'm not. Yeah, gotta be mindful of that in the future and take more water. It's not like I don't want to. It's just it's so damn heavy coming out with all that weight on your back. But hopefully the water situation might get better, but who knows. Man, it's 8:40 and there's a road, Yellow Jacket Trailhead, I think it's called, and I'm exposed, and boy, is it hot already out here. I bet it's even hotter down there in the valley. Gotta press on. Can't wait to get some water. I think it's like 7 miles away. I'm thirsty. Yikes. I'm heading downhill for 2 miles to a place. It's called Bird Spring Pass, but there's no apparent spring there, but there's a water cache from volunteers. At least I hope there is, otherwise I'm screwed. But looks mighty wide open and hot and exposed to the sun in this area, so you'll be curious what happens once I get to the water source. Well, I got to the trailhead that has water. and a lot of water. I don't need all of that, but I gotta get a couple of liters anyways, and then I gotta sit down, rest, and sort out where I can, my next water resupply will be, because that'll dictate how much I take out of here. Take care. Well, I'm off again after getting water back here. You can see the jugs. I have 15 miles to the next water source. It's about 11:30, and most likely I won't make it there. So as a consequence, I'm coming out with just a crap ton of water, which is achy, breaky my back. I got 4 liters. So I can probably do another 10 or even 12 miles, and then I'd be 3 to 5 miles from the next water source. Again, cache, Trail Angel cache like this one. So that's probably the most likely outcome. And 4 should get me, oh my God, so tired going up this hill with all this weight and water. No matter, but that should suit me. I also drank over a liter of water just sitting there. Grateful for the Trail Angels. Okay, this morning I came from over there in the middle of the screen and went all around at elevation, these mountains, in and out. Came over here, got water. Can't really see the depth, but there's another mountain there that I came up the other side. And then came up this trail here. Wow, nothing like straight shot on the PCT. Well, you can see where I'm going. I believe on the left is the trail I'm going to take, and I see it going like scattered, so I don't know what to make of that. And over on the right, I think that's like a Jeep road. So, whichever way it's going, I'm going. Well, I found my first shade in about 5 or 6 hours, and it has been a hard day out in the bright sun. Too windy to use my umbrella. Lots of soft sand, which slows me down. And then there's this oasis of yucca trees, I guess, maybe. And so I'm just sitting here chilling and looking at the water sources ahead. Boy, this has been tough. I envy the part of the desert where there's some trees where you can get shade more regularly. If I have to get shade once every 6 hours like this or more, it's going to be tough, but I will make it. Oh my heavens, I go about a third of the way up the mountain here. Then there's a switchback going way to the left. Then there's one going to the right that continues to ascend. And then it looks like it goes maybe through that saddle in the middle. Yikes. Just what I want, a nice hard climb in the heat of the day. Oh my heavens, I go about a third of the way up the mountain here. Then there's a switchback going way to the left. Then there's one going to the right that continues to ascend. And then it looks like it goes maybe through that saddle in the middle. Yikes. Just what I want, a nice hard climb in the heat of the day. These washouts have been a problem for a while. To date, I've been able to jump across them barely, but I'm going to have to, I think, look for a route that I can get in there and get across. Oh, brother. That's about, I don't know, 7+ feet across, and it's failing in the last foot. Hey there, it's about 7 o'clock. It's the end of day 39. I did 22 miles today. They were some of the toughest miles I've ever done. After probably like an hour or so, I came out of a wooded section, which is quite pleasant because the shade in a decent trail. And I came into just open area and crossed valleys, did a lot of stuff in deep sand. It was like walking on a beach. So I was pleased that I did 22 miles. I was beat. I really wanted to put up my umbrella, but it was windy most of the day, so that wouldn't have worked. The umbrella would have kept me a little cooler. It wasn't like tremendously hot, but my whole body was sweaty. Even my pants and my sun hoodie were all soaked with sweat. And yeah, so it just beats on you. There's not a cloud in the sky right now, and it's gorgeous out here, but it's just hard. It's just really hard. And 15 miles back, I got water, and I didn't want to take any chances. There's water a mile ahead of me right now, but I ended up getting 4 liters for fear that if I had to camp short, I wouldn't have, if I had to dry camp, which is what I'm doing now, I wouldn't have enough water. And with one kidney, it's just it just leaves me a mess. So yeah, it turns out I got here with 2 liters of water. I've been guzzling all day long. So I'll wake up in the morning, I still have a liter left in the morning, and I'm only like over the hill a mile is the water cache. So all good. And tomorrow looks like to have more water spots. I don't know if I'll head back into the trees. God, I would love that. This open desert stuff is beautiful, but it's just too much. I'll talk to you in the morning. Take care.